Hello, this is Joel Pollak, and I've been covering the war between Palestinian terrorist group Hamas and the State of Israel. Many people are asking how Hamas was able to breach Israel's defenses and carry out a massive terror attack that has killed, as of Monday, October 9th, upwards of 800 Israelis. What we know so far from various reports is that Hamas was able to use drones to take out Israeli observation posts along the Gaza border fence. They then cut holes in the fence and used the temporary blindness of Israeli intelligence and military forces to sneak fighters through those gaps. They widened the gaps with bulldozers so they could drive vehicles through them. And then they also jammed the communications equipment of a nearby Israeli base that they had attacked. So Israel was unable to see what was happening and was unable to communicate what was happening once it started. When Hamas reached its carefully chosen targets, which included not just civilian towns, but also a music festival and several kibbutzim, which are collective farms, they simply went house to house, person to person, murdering whoever they could, kidnapping, abusing women, children, the elderly. And Israel was slow to respond, again, because of the communications blackout, but also homeowners couldn't respond because very few Israelis owned their own firearms. That may change in the future, but that was crucial to the success of the Hamas attack. They found civilians in Israel largely defenseless. This was not a situation where the Israeli Iron Dome rocket system could simply neutralize the Palestinian threat. This was a primitive, old-school, terrorist cross-border attack, and it was likely also planned using old-school primitive methods, written notes, for example, rather than electronic signals that could be picked up by Israeli intelligence. This was also probably helped along by Iran. And if you look at the drone technology, Iran has been using drones with Russia in the war against Ukraine. And it's likely that Palestinian Hamas terrorists were trained in the use of those drones by the Iranians. And in fact, Iranian special forces may have helped Hamas use those drones to take out the observation posts, even to attack Israeli tanks. Hamas also tried to use tunnels underneath the ground to infiltrate Israeli communities, and they're still trying to do so, apparently. For now, the attention will begin to shift toward the action inside Gaza as Israel masses its troops on the Gaza border and prepares to go in and take Hamas out. But for now, we're beginning to get a picture of how this happened, and there will be more investigations and possible recriminations in the days, weeks, and months to come.